Gaming mice are basically a have-to when you have a gaming PC or laptop. So today I'm going to be breaking down my top 5 best budget-friendly wireless gaming mouses you can buy. Yes, you heard me, wireless. Also, before we continue, shout out to I think that's how you say it, and B Ford. If you want to be shouted out, all you need to do is subscribe. And now, if you comment on my videos, you will get an even higher chance of being picked. So make sure to comment. On my channel, I like to make short and easy videos to follow. So let's get straight into number 5. Number 5, the Razer Basilix X HyperSpeed. Now this is one of the cheapest and most budget gaming mice you can buy from Razer. It has Bluetooth and wireless capability, with the Bluetooth lasting up to 450 hours and the wireless up to 285 hours. Which is amazing because not every mouse has both those options. The weight is around 107 grams, which is really heavy for a gaming mouse. The mouse comes at around $50, which is a great price for something like this. All the main buttons use mechanical switches, which has a lifespan of 50 million clicks. A pro many people give for this mouse is how comfortable it is, which I can agree on because the sides have a nice soft rubber texture to it. The Basilisk X uses Razer's 5G optical sensors, which are different to the Focus Plus sensors we see on many of their higher end mice. It has 16,000 DPI, 450 IPS tracking speed, and up to 40G acceleration. Most people don't even notice the DPI is different compared to the newer 20,000 DPI sensors. I think Razer did an amazing job with this mouse being only $50. It lacks RGB, but that just drains battery life anyways. Number 4, the Razer Deathadder V2X HyperSpeed. I know another Razer product's on the list, but Razer's going to be on this list many times, so bear with me. The Razer Deathadder V2X HyperSpeed is a very common mouse on a budget people buy, which I can understand. Depending on what battery you use, the Razer Deathadder is around the 85 to 90 gram mark, which doesn't sound too bad. But the second you put a heavier battery in it, the weight goes all the way up to 100 grams, which is a big weight difference to 85 grams. It also has mechanical switches, 5G 14,000 DPI optical sensors, and a battery life lasting 235 hours. People seem to like the plastic they use because it's very similar to the Razer keyboards, which almost all the mice they use the same plastic, but I'm not here to judge. They say it's very sturdy and smooth feeling. Knowing all that, you already know the mouse is going to have amazing clicks. All this is for $60, which for all the things that comes with it is not too bad of a price. Since it's a wireless mouse, Razer is obviously going to give it Bluetooth. One thing for me I like personally about the mouse is the shape of it. It has a shape you don't really see in many gaming mice, which is perfect for editing. Now I know that this video is titled for gaming mice, but it has a lot of mixed feelings from other fans saying if it's an editing mouse or a gaming mouse. Now you guys might be wondering why this mouse sounds so similar to the Basilisk, with similarities like not having RGB and it being pretty heavy. Overall, to me, it's a slight upgrade from the Basilisk, so that's why it's here. Number 3, the Logitech G305, Lightspeed. Now let me tell you, this mouse was super hard for me to put this low on the list. I love the Logitech G305, but there are so many complaints and issues people have with this mouse. But let me just start off with the details. The mouse has 12,000 DPI Hero optical sensors, which isn't the greatest, but I'll tell you how you can fix it. If you want to take full advantage of the mouse, then you're going to need to get Logitech's G-Hub software. If you don't get this software for the mouse, then let me just say your mouse won't be at its fullest. All the switches are mechanical, which kind of boosts the other things I said about it, but not by much. The mouse comes at 59 grams, which is really light for a mouse. The mouse comes in a lot of colors, so that kind of helps the fact it's not RGB. But to everyone, the white version of the mouse is super amazing. This is where I really love the Logitech G305. The white color and the slick look of the mouse is very appealing if you had a white gaming setup. The mouse can last up to 250 hours, so around your standard gaming mouse. But it's not rechargeable, so you're going to need to buy more batteries for it when it dies. But Logitech fixes this problem by making a setting in their G-Hub software called Endurance Mode. If you don't know what it is, it's basically just a mode that uses less of the mouse's battery. When it's on, the mouse can last up to 9 months. I will say this, for a mouse that is this cheap, it has such an amazing software. It's pretty much comparable to Razer software. Speaking of price, the mouse is around $55, which for me is really worth it for something this cool. But if something like this is that good, why is it at number 3? Well, there are some issues to it, which does unfortunately put it lower than the other mice. Hey, before we get into number 2, one quick thing. You see, it was really hard to find a budget mouse for number 2 and number 1. So these two mice are going to be in the order I think is better for them. So this does not mean one is better than the other. That is for you to decide. Speaking of number 2, in our number 2 spot is the Razer Orochi V2. So this mouse has a lot of mixed feelings from people. Some people say it's the best budget wireless gaming mouse ever, and then there are other people that disagree. The Orochi V2 is usually compared to the Logitech G305 for being the better version of it. The mouse uses 5G 18,000 DPI optical sensors, so at least 6,000 more than the G305, 450 IPS tracking, and 40G acceleration. Of course the mouse is going to have mechanical switches, as most mice do. One thing I found very interesting is the weight of the mouse. I thought the mouse would be similar to the Logitech G305 and the mouses would be around the same. But it's a little more at 74 grams, which is with a AA battery, and 66 grams with a AAA battery. Obviously it's going to have the Bluetooth mode, which can last up to 950 hours, or the wireless mode going for 425 hours. The mouse is shockingly good like the G305, with nice quick movements and no bugs. But that's only true in fast gameplay. But now let's talk about the price. The mouse on Amazon comes at around $80, which I just want to clarify, all these prices are from Amazon Canada, so the prices might sound a little bit more expensive. The Orochi basically beats the G305 in basically every comparison I try to do. For example, the Orochi has 6 million switch life, and the G305 has 10 million. I really want to like the Logitech G305, but the Razer Orochi just dominates it. I love this mouse so much, like I said before, I can't decide if it's number 1. Speaking of number 1, in the number 1 spot is the glorious Model O Wireless. Now here's a brand all you know that is starting to catch up to Razer and Logitech. The Model O is priced at $120 in Canada, so people who live in the US, just consider yourselves lucky. And I know the video is about budget gaming mice, but listen, this mouse is budget for its workability. The mouse comes at 69 grams on a scale. The mouse is surrounded in a honeycomb shell, which I usually don't like, but it's something I need to get used to. Having 19,000 DPI, this mouse has the most out of all the other mice. It has 400 IPS tracking speed and a battery life of 71 hours. Whoa. What? This mouse's battery life is only 71 hours? When I found this out, I was kind of shocked. And this is without the RGB on. But have no fear, this mouse has an option to, drumroll please, be wired. So if you want to charge it during gameplay, you can have the option to have it wired or wireless. I find this such an amazing thing that it's kind of weird that Razer and Logitech doesn't have a mouse like this. Well, obviously I don't know that, but maybe they do. One thing people love about this mouse is the build quality is cheaper than the Logitech G Pro X Superlight and the Razer Viper Ultimate. It is so comparable that people just end up buying the Model O for that reason of being cheaper. This mouse is so good that the Razer Orochi is such a fair competitor with it. So tell me in the comments which one you think is better, the Razer Orochi or the Model O. You could also give a reason, and it might be in the next video. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.